honey, it's more of the same kind of fear-based mentality I fear, but people say, why in the world are you doing honey? Isn't that going to trigger Candida? It's so much sugar. I've shown you guys my blood sugar responses to it. I've shown you guys my blood sugar response to it in moderate to large amounts with a raw organic honey. Now, it's important to know that the majority of honey in the world, or at least in the US, is adulterated with syrups. And the stuff I'm getting is raw and organic. So it's not going to have, it's going to be pure honey. But there's a lot of really interesting research with honey that I'll share a little bit of. They've used Ethiopian multiflora honey on fluconazole-resistant Candida species isolated from the oral cavity of AIDS patients. So this is my answer to anyone who says, isn't honey going to feed the Candida in your gut? No, it's not. If it's good honey, it's been used as an antifungal against Candida, which is so interesting. And then people will also be worried about honey with regard to dental health. And there's a large amount of data with honey suggesting that it's actually helpful for dental health. Effective honey in preventing gingivitis and dental caries in patients undergoing orthodontic treatment. And I don't know why we should be so surprised at this, because honey is really a whole food. It occurs in a honeycomb, it occurs in nature, and it's not the same as high fructose corn syrup. This is where I think so many are misled into thinking that a calorie is a calorie is a calorie. If it fits your macros, it's fine. Effectiveness of 3 mouthwashes, Manuka honey, raw honey, and chlorhexidine on plaque and gingival scores of 12 to 15-year-old school children, a randomized controlled trial. So if you guys want to see what happened, the honey-based mouthwash showed a promising antimicrobial effect on dental caries and plaque and gingival scores. What? Like, most people would not ever believe that that could be the case. So again, I'll put all of these studies into the show notes for you guys with regard to honey, but there's a lot more where this has come from with regard to honey and both antimicrobial, antifungal effects, and as a mouth protectant as a whole food. Last one, Journal of Medicinal Food from 2013, honey and cardiovascular risk factors in normal individuals and patients with diabetes mellitus or dyslipidemia. Basically, they're saying that more studies are exploring other aspects of honey activity, such as its effect on blood sugar, body weight, lipid profile, CRP, nitric oxide, pro-inflammatory prostaglandins, homocysteine. Growing evidence and scientific data support the use of honey in patients with diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, obesity, and cardiovascular disease. If that's not a striking headline, I don't know what is.